and if I not, I hope you have, or you shall return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long.
Good Lord! You used the stallions to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have chid you for not bringing it, but like a shrew, you began to brawl.
The hour is on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me? The chain!
Well, give it to my wife and fetch the chain.
You know I gave it you half an hour since. Either send the chain or send by me some token.
Fie now, you run this humor out of breath. Come now, where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
My business cannot brook the stallions. Good sir, say whether you'll answer me or no. If not, I'll leave him to the odds.
I answer you? What shall I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you nothing until I receive the chain.
You know I gave it you half an hour since.
You gave me none, and you wrong me such to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him at my suit.
I do, and charge you in the Duke's name to obey.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I'll attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay me that I never had? Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if he should scorn me so apparently.
I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit. I do obey thee till I give thee bail. But, sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law nemesis. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not.
Master, there's a bark of epidemium that stays but till her owner comes aboard, and then, sir, she bears away. Our luggage, sir, I have conveyed on board, and I have bought the oil, the balsamum, the aqua vitae. The ship is in her trim. A merry wind blows fair from the land. They wait for naught at all but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now? A madman? Thou beat of sheep. What ship of epidemium stays for thee?
The ship you sent me to, sir, to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end.
You sent me for a rope's end as soon. You sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I'll debate this matter at more leisure. Teach your ears to listen with more heed. To Adriana, villain, I thee straight, take this key. Give it to my wife and tell her in the desk that's covered with old Turkish tapestry there's a purse of ducats. Let her send it, for I am arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. I thee slave, be gone! On, officer, till prison till it come.
To Adriana. That is where we dined, where Dulcibel did claim me as her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Oh, thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their master's minds fulfill.
Ah, Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightest thou perceive austerely in his eye that he did plead in earnest, yea or no? Looked he or red or pale, or sad or merrily? What observations madest thou in this case of his heart's meteors tilting in his face?
First, he denied you had him in no right.
He meant he did me none, the more my spite.
Then he swore he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Then I pleaded for you.
And what said he?
That the love I begged for you, he begged of me.
With what persuasions did he tempt thy love?
With words that in an honest suit might move. First, he did praise my beauty, then my speech.
Did speak him fair?
Have patience, I beseech.
I cannot, but I will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old and sere, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere. Vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such one? No evil lost his will when it is gone.
Ah, but I think him better than I say, and yet what here in others' eyes were worse. Far from her nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Here, now, the desk, the purse. Sweet now, make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where's thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in a Tartar limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting
he arrested? Tell me in whose suit.
I know not at whose suit he is arrested well, but 'tis in a suit of buff that rested him. That can I tell. Will you, mistress, send him redemption, the money in his desk?
Go and fetch it, sister. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Say, was he arrested on a band?
Not a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain. A chain! Do you not hear it ring?
What, the chain?
No, no, the bell. 'Tis time that I were gone. 'Twas 2 where I left him. And now the clock strikes 1.
The hours come back. That's what I never hear.
Oh, yes. If any hour meet a sergeant, he turns back for very fear.
As if time were in debt. How fondly dost thou reason?
Time is a very bankrupt, and owes more than he's worth to season. Nay, he's a thief, too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? If he be in debt, and theft, and a sergeant in the way, hath he not reason to turn back an hour in a day?
Here's the money, Dromio. Go and fetch thy master home immediately. Come, sister. I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit. My comfort and my injury.
There's not a man I meet but doth salute me as if I were their well-acquainted friend, and everyone doth call me by my name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some offer me thanks for kindnesses, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now, a tailor called me in his shop and showed me silks that he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body. Sure, these are but imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers inhabit here.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for. What? Is that a picture of old Adam, new apparel?
What gold is this? What Adam does thou mean?
Not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that keeps the prison. He that goes in a calfskin that was killed for the prodigal. He that came behind you, sir, like an evil angel and bid you forsake your liberty.
I understand you're not.
No? What, 'tis a plain case. He that went, like a base file, in a case of leather. The man that, when gentlemen are tired, gives them a sob and rests them.
What, thou meanst an officer?
Aye, sir, the sergeant of the band. One that holds any man to answer it that breaks his band. One that thinks a man always going to bed and says, God give you good rest.
Well then, sir, rest in your foolery. Is there any ships put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the bark expedition put forth tonight. And then were you hindered by the sergeant to tarry for the hoy delay. Ah, here are the angels you sent for to deliver you.
Villainous distract. And so am I. Here we wander in illusion. Some blessed power deliver us from hence.
Well met, Master Antipholus. I see you found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan, avoid! I charge thee, tempt me not.
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil.
Nay, worse, she is the devil's damned. Come not near her.
You imagine you are marvelous merry, sir. What? Will you go with me? We'll mend our dinner here.
Master, if you do, expect spoon meat or bespeak a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Marry a man must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
Avoid, thou fiend! What tells thou me of supping? Thou art, as you are all, a sorceress. I conjure thee to leave me and be gone.
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond, the chain you promised, and I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
Some devils would have but the parings of a nail, a reed, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone, but she, more covetous, would have a chain. Master, be wise, and if you give it her, the devil will shake her chain and fry us with it!
I pray you, sir, my ring or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me so.
Avaunt, thou witch! Come, Dromio, let's go.
Fly, pride, says the peacock, mistress that you know!
promised me a chain. Both one and other he denies me now. The reason that I gather he is mad, besides this present instance of his rage, is a mad tale he told today at dinner of his own doors being locked against his entrance. He, like his wife, acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way now is to hie home to his house and tell his wife that, being lunatic, he rushed into my home and took perforce my ring away. This path I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
Fear me not, man. I will not run away. I give thee, or I leave thee, so much money. Warrant thee, for I am rested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not likely trust a messenger. But I am attached to Nemesis. I tell you, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. But here comes my man. I think he has the money. How now, sir? Do you know what I sent you for?
Here's that I warrant you will pay them all.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats, villain for a rope?
500 at the rate, I'll serve you.
To what end did I bid thee I thee home?
To a rope then, sir, and to that end am I returned.
To that end I welcome you!
Oh!
Good sir, have patience.
Nay, 'tis for me to be patient. I am in adversity.
Good, now hold thy tongue.
Nay, rather persuade him to hold his head.
Thou horse and senseless villain!
I would I were senseless that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art sensible in nothing but blows, and so is an ass!
I am an ass indeed, you may prove it by my long ears. Served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant. Have nothing at his hands for my service but blows. When I am cold, he heats me with beating. When I am warm, he cools me with beating. I am waked with it when I sleep, raised with it when I sit, driven out of doors with it when I go from home, welcomed home with it when I return. Nay, I bear it on my shoulders like a beggar wants for breath, and I think when he hath laid me, I shall beg with it from door to door.
Go! Get thee gone! My wife comes yonder!
Mistress! Respice finum! Respect your end! Or rather, the prophecy like the parrot. Beware the rope's end!
Wilt thou still talk?
What say you now? Is your husband not mad?
His incivility confirms no less. Good Dr. Pinch, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Alas, how fiery and how sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand and let me feel your pulse.
Here's my hand, and let it feel your ear!
I charge thee, Satan, housed within this man, to yield possession to my holy prayers, and in thy state of darkness hie thee straight. I conjure thee by all the saints in heaven!
Peace, doting wizard, peace! I'm not mad!
Oh, that thou wert not, poor distressed soul.
You minion, you! Are these your customers? Did that companion with the saffron face revel and feast at my house today, whilst upon my guilty doors were shut and I locked out?
Husband, thou dost know you dined at home. Where would you have remained until this time? Free from these slanders and this open shame?
Dined at home? Thou drunken slave, what sayest thou?
Sir, sooth to say, you did not dine at home.
Was my door shut up and I locked out?
Purdy, your doors were shut and you locked out.
Did she not herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself did revile you there.
Did not her kitchen maid rail, taunt, and scorn me?
Certes she did, the kitchen vestal scorned you.
And did I not arrange to depart from thence?
In verity you did, my bones bear witness that since has not the vigor of his rage.
It's good to soothe him in these contraries.
It is no shame the fellow finds his vein, for yielding to him humors well his frenzy.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me!
I sent thee money to be bailed by Dromio here, who came in haste for it.
Money by me? Heart and goodwill you might, sir, but not a rag of money.
Wouldst not thou to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me, and I delivered it.
And I witnessed with her that she did.
God and the rope maker bear me witness I was sent for nothing but a rope.
full of deadly looks. They must be bound and laid in some dark room.
Why does thou lock me forth today? Why dost thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
And, gentle master, I receive no gold, but I do confess that we were not out.
Dissembling villain, thou speakest false and bold.
Dissembling harlot! Thou art false and all! And art confederate with the damned pack to make a lonesome abject scorn of me? With these nails, I'll tear out these false eyes that would behold in me this shameful sport! Wilt thou murder me? Thou jailer, thou, I am thy prisoner. Won't thou suffer them to make a rescue?
Master, he is my prisoner. Let him go. You shall not have him.
Go find this man, for he is frantic too.
What wilt thou do, thou peevish officer? Hast thou delight to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. If I let him go, the debt he owes will be required of me.
I will discharge thee ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed home to my house. O most unhappy day!
Almost unhappy strumpet! Master, I am here, agent in bond for you! Out on thee, villain! Wherefore dost thou mad me?
Will you be bound for nothing?
Be mad, good master! Look at all!
Lord, how poor souls, how idly do they talk.
Bear her to my house. Come with me, sister. Say now whose suit he is arrested at.
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know him?
I know the man. What is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say, how goes it due?
Due for a chain your husband had of him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
When as your husband, all enraged today, came into my home and took away my ring, the ring I saw upon his finger now, straight after did I meet him with a chain.
That may it be, but I did never see it. Bring me where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth here at large.
Ha!
Come with David's swords! Let's pull mortals to have them bound again!
Oh wait, they'll kill us!
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She that would be your wife now ran from you.
Come, Dromio, to the centaur. I won that we were safe and sound aboard.
They stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw. They speak us fair, give us gold. Methinks is such a gentle nation that, but for that mountain of mad flesh that lays claim to me, I could find in my heart to stay here still and turn witch.
I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore, away to get our stuff aboard.
I am sorry, sir, that I have hindered you. But I protest he had the chain of me, though most dishonestly he doth deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
A very reverend reputation, sir. Of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly, yonder as I think he walks.
'Tis so. And that self chain about his neck, which he first swore most monstrously to have. Good sir, draw near to me. I'll speak to him. Signor Antipholus, I wondered much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself. What circumstance and oath so to deny this chain, which now you wear so openly? Besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you do wrong to this, my honest friend, who but for staying on our controversy, had hoisted sail and put to sea today. This chain you had of me, do you deny it?
I think it be. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did, sir, and forswore it too.
Who heard me to deny it or forswear it?
These ears of mine thou knowest did hear. Fie on thee, wretch! 'Tis pity thou learnest to walk where any honest men resort.
Thou art a villain to impeach me thus. I'll prove mine honor and mine honesty against thee presently if thou dare stand.
I dare, and do to fight before a villain.
Hold, hurt him not! For God's sake, he is mad! So get within him, take his sword from me. Thou go too, and bear him to my house.
Run, master, run, for God's sake, take our house! There is some priory in, or we are spoiled!
Be quiet, people.
hither?
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence. Let us come in, that we may bind him fast and bear him home for his recovery. I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
I am sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long hath this possession held the man?
This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was. Until this afternoon his passion did break into extremity of rage.
Hath he not lost much wealth by wrack of sea, buried some dear friend? Hath else his eyes strayed his affection in unlawful love? Sin prevailing much in youthful men, who gave their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except it be the last, namely some love that drew him off from home.
You should for that have reprehended him.
Why, so I did,
Aye, but not roughly enough.
as roughly as my modesty would let me,
Happily in private.
and in assemblies too.
Aye, but not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. In bed he slept, not for my urging it. At board he fed, not for my urging it. Alone it was the subject of my theme. In company I often glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was vile and bad.
And there came of it that the man is mad. The consequences is then that thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him but mildly, when he demeaned himself rough-rooted wildly. Why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on him.
No, not a creature enters in my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He has taken this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands, till I have brought him to his wits again, or lose my labor in saying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, die in his sickness, for it is my office, and will have no attorney but myself, and therefore let me have him home with me.
I shall not let him stir till I have used the approved means I have, with wholesome drugs and syrups and holy prayers, until I make a formal man of him again. It is the branch and parcel of my oath, a charitable duty of my order. Therefore, depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence and leave my husband here, and ill it doth beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of this indignity.
Come go, I will fall prostrate at his feet, and ne'er rise till my tears and prayers have won his grace to come in person hither, and take perforce my husband from the abbess.
By this I think the dial points a 5. Anon, I am sure, the Duke himself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of the abbey here,
Upon what cause?
to see a reverend Syracusian merchant, who, put unluckily into this bay against the laws and statutes of this town, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come. We will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duke before he pass the abbey. Yet, once again, proclaim him publicly. If any friend shall pay the sum for him, he shall not die. So much we tender him.
Justice, most gracious Duke, against the abbess.
She is a reverend and virtuous lady. It cannot be that she hath done thee wrong.
May it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, who I made lord of me, and all I had at your important letters, this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the streets, within his bondsmen, all as mad as he, doing his pleasure to the citizens, by rushing in their houses, bearing thence rings, jewels, anything his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and sent him home, whilst to take orders for the wrongs I went that here and there his fury had committed. Anon, I would not by what strong escape he broke from those that had guarded him, and with his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful passion, with drawn swords, madly bent on us, chased us away, till raising of more aid we came again to bind them. Then they fled into this abbey here, whither we pursued them, and here the abbess shuts us out, and will not suffer us to fetch him out, nor send him forth that we may bear him hence. Therefore, most gracious Duke, at thy command, let him be brought forth and borne hence for help.
Long since, Thy husband has served me in my wars, and I to thee engaged a prince's word, when you did make him master at thy bed, to do him all the good and great I could. Go, some of you, knock the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess come to me. I will determine this before I stir.
Mistress! Shift and save yourself! My master and his man are both broke loose, beaten the maid to row, and bound the doctor. And surely unless you send some present help, between them they will kill the conjurer.
Peace, fool. The master and his men are here, and this is false. Let us report to us.
Mistress, upon my life, I tell you true, I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He vows for you, and if he can take you to scorch your face and to disfigure you. Hark, I hear him, mistress. Fly, be going.
Come stand by me. Fear nothing. Guard with halberds.
I mean, it is my husband. Witness you that he is born about invisible. Even now, we housed him in the abbey here, and now he's there. Has thought of human reason.
Justice! O great Duke, O grant me justice, even for the service that I long did thee, when I bestrid thee during the wars and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that I lost for thee, now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death make me dote, I see my son, Antipholus, and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against that woman there, she who thou gavest to be my wife, she that hath abused and dishonored me, even in the height and strength of imagination is the wrong. She this day shamelessly thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, she shut me out from my house, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
A grievous fault. Say, woman, didst thou so?
No, my good lord. Myself, he, and my sister today did dine together, and so befall my soul as this falsy birds befall.
Ne'er may I look on day nor sleep on night, but she tells your highness simple truth.
Oh, perjured woman! They are both forsworn. In this the madman justly charged with them.
My liege, I am advised what I say, neither disturbed by the effects of wine, nor the hearty rash provoked by raging honor. Albeit my wrongs might make one wiser mad. That woman locked me out this day from dinner. That goldsmith there, if he were not packed with her, could witness it, for he was with me then, who parted with me to fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine. Our dinner's come, he's not coming thither. I went to seek him, found him in the street, and in his company, that gentleman, who perjured and swore me down that I this day of him received a chain, which God knows I saw not, by which he had me arrested by an officer. I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats, and he with none returned. I fairly bespoke the officer to go with the person and me to my house. By the way we met, my wife, her sister, and a rabble more of vile confederates brought one pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain. That predacious slave cried out, I was possessed. Then they all fell upon me, bound me, bore me thence, and in a dark and dangerous vault at home, there they left me and my man, both bound together, till, gnawing with our teeth, our bonds in sunder. I gained my freedom, and immediately ran hither to thy grace, to beseech thee to give me ample satisfaction against these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witnessed with him that he dined not at home, but was locked out.
But had he such a chain at thee or no?
He had, my good lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw that chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn these ears of mine, heard you confess you had the chain of him when you first forswore it on the mart. Thereupon, I drew my sword on you, then you fled into this abbey here. From whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls, nor didst thou ever draw thy sword on me. I never saw the chain, so heaven help me. This is false you burden me withal.
Why, what an intricate impeach is this. I think you all have drunk of Circe's cup. If here you housed him, here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not bleed so coldly. You say he died at home. The goldsmith here denies that